we're here first ever principal perspective. Had to come to the end of Rocket Lane to see my good friend Ryan Allan,
yes.
second year principal here at East Middle School. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm having a good time. We're having fun here at East Middle. One of the cool things is the tradition that exists at East. We've been here a long time. This building, 1968, when this building was built.
We've got some plans in the works that we may be able to hear before too long. Maybe it's time for a new building, right?
Hey, I won't be mad about that. The building itself will be cool to have a new one with some modern updates and those kinds of things. But the thing I know about it is the tradition that is East. Like, you know, so many of our kids here, their parents went to school, their grandparents went to school here, right? East Middle means something in our community, and we won't lose that whether we got a new building or not.
That's
so
right.
I'm just proud to be a part of it going into my second year.
Tradition lives forever.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So tell us about you, not as a principal.
Okay.
But just tell us about who you are and a little bit about your family and what goes on.
So, Ryan Allan, I've got 2 daughters. My wife and I have been married for 21 years. She's a teacher here in the district and has been her whole career has been here in Shelby County. I got out of college and followed a path being in private sector, was in sales and marketing and stuff, and then kind of heard a calling. Decided I wanted to do something different with life, and my wife supported me through all that learning and that going back to college and that stuff that had to happen, and I started my career education-wise here in Shelby County as well. I taught at Clear Creek Elementary for several years, and then I had the opportunity to go to our central office and work for the Department of basically Communication, where I was the public relations coordinator for several years. And the value of that gave me like a much broader perspective than what you typically get in the classroom. I understood the district on a bigger level and how all the pieces work together and those kinds of things, and really enjoyed my time. Got to meet a lot of people in the community and kind of made roots. The whole while my daughters are they went to school on Rocket Lane. They started it right, they went to East, they went to County throughout the years, and I decided after doing the public relations bit for a while that I wanted to be back where kids were, and so I was able to take another step with my career and was the assistant principal at Wright Elementary and did that for several years. I knew that the commitment to be a principal was going to take a lot. And I waited for my girls to get to college before I decided to take that next step. So my youngest graduated last year, and when she graduated, I took a shot and was blessed with the opportunity to lead here at East. You know, a lot of people don't understand the commitment. They don't see the other side. They see the time that you're here from 7:30 to 4:30 or whatever, but maybe they don't understand the commitment on the other side. Talk to us just a little bit about and give some perspective on what does that commitment look like? It's a lot, and I knew it would be a lot. My mom was an educator and an administrator in her life, so I understood the life and knew what I was getting into. As I'm beginning to learn how to principal, and you and I have talked about that over the years, just to kind of use that language, how to principal. One of the pieces is I want to be able to cross-train. So I want to know what's going on and how things are going, because at the end of the day, it kind of, you know, I'm the principal. Right. So learning all of that, there's just a steep curve. Yeah. And it just takes time. Today's the 7th day of school, and I haven't left before 9 p.m. yet. Now, I don't say that to brag, other than to say there's just a lot that I need to get done. And one of the pieces that I'm learning that I'm proud to learn to say is that I've got an amazing team here. Yeah. And as I learn to trust and delegate and stay in my lane in certain areas, I know that I've got great people here at this school who can help carry that load. But it's a lot. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of behind the scenes. That's right. So you're the voice of the Rockets, and you did that with your dad for a while. I did. Yeah. Yeah. Dad and I worked for a local radio station and got to call the football games and some basketball games, and I did the play-by-play. Dad did color, and that was a really cool thing. My dad was my best friend, and was my best man in my wedding. That kind of stuff. We had a really tight relationship, and it was really neat in the later years of his life that we got to enjoy Friday nights together. And I still do it occasionally when the station will call me, and I get to come out and support our Rockets and be on the radio. It's pretty fun. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm the same way. My dad has been very influential and we've had a very close relationship. So as first year principal stuff. Yeah. And now you're going into your second year, right? What's that one lesson that maybe you remember that your dad taught you that you've really tried to kind of keep in mind as you've gone through this process? Yeah, I'm proud to talk about that. He's, like you, a super big influence on my life. Dad taught me servant leadership. I can't ask my people to do more than I'm willing to do. That's an integrity. That's what I learned from Dad. It's about integrity. Keep your word, do what you say you'll do, and stand up for your people, and know that you're shoulder to shoulder with all of them in this work, because our kids deserve it. This community deserves it. Dad taught me, to keep that perspective, to keep our purpose in mind, and that's how I want to lead. And I learned that from him.
Yeah, I love it. Are we about ready to go walk the halls and just kind of see what's going on? So one of the things that we've talked about, this idea of complete the circle.
Yes.
And we've talked about certainly defenses and profile work, and all that's really important. But we also have to have proficiency when it comes to reading, math, writing, those things. So in your words, what is completing the circle, and how are you doing that here at East this year in your second year?
You bet. One of the pieces that resonated with me when we had that conversation and you first shared your thinking about completing the circle is the idea that every person in this building matters.
Yeah.
So from the person who keeps these hallways as beautiful as they are to the person who's signing the checks at the end of the day.
That's right.
Everybody has an investment and an engagement in this, and empowering people in that kind of way means that we're pulling around. I've renamed it in my school, All Means All.
Yeah.
And all means all to me is not, those kids belong to so-and-so and I don't really have to worry about them. No, we're all means all.
Yeah.
8th grade teachers don't think, they're not thinking, I can't redirect those 6th graders, they're not mine. No, all means all. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
That's a circle.
There's been some new things that you've implemented.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things as you talked about that you saw in your first year.
Sure.
Now you're into your second year. Talk to us about, you talked about keeping students in class. You've got new schedules. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on.
This walk couldn't have happened last year.
Yeah.
We had a lot of kids who were kind of leaving class during instruction, and I wasn't comfortable with it. So the fact that now we can walk down the hall and hear kids in classrooms engaging is important to me. We've also focused a lot on that effective classroom management. What's happening inside those doors that we're walking past right now, and we're really teaching our teachers, and they're teaching our students how to engage, and that's what's important. My philosophy is the best classroom management philosophy or management system is students who are engaged. If they're doing the learning, if they're doing the work, and it's fun, and they are in on it, then they're going to forget to misbehave. Right? If we're doing stuff that just makes school matter, relevant, then they're gonna go with us.
Well, and relevance is such a big key in terms of kids being able to recall information without review.
That's right.
And really get that deep understanding of the content. So that's a big part of it.
One of the things I've learned from you is when we've talked about relevance in the past, we've often talked about making it a real world connection. And that's wonderful, and kids have to have a real world connection to things. But beyond that, having an emotional response, having them engage with whatever they're doing in a way that they can recall it, like you're saying, isn't just rote memorization that they're going to forget at the end of the year and the summer slide and all that stuff. This is stuff that is getting deep in their gut.
And being able to use that information in unpredictable situations.
That's right.
Is exactly what we do as adults.
That's exactly right.
Talking about relevance, our Board of Education put some money into middle school career center.
Hey, that's where we're headed next. So excited in this. We have a new lab called Pathways. And what we've experienced is when students leave East Middle School and they go up to the high school, they're asked a question. What career pathway do you want to choose? Oftentimes kids are like, what's a career pathway? And so I wanted to give them some understanding of what that means. And so here at the middle school, through your work and our board's work, we're letting all of our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders learn about the different options that they have when they get to high school. They're not digging into it for a certain long amount of time. They're not having to choose one pathway, but for over 3 years, they get to experience 18 different pathways and learn, hey, this is for me, or I don't want to spend my time doing that. That's important knowledge too.
It is.
So when I first heard about it, I thought, there's going to be some football player who's going to have to sit in cosmetology and think this isn't for me.
Right.
But he's doing barbering, and everybody, I got to learn how to cut my own hair. That's a great strategy. We've got things in here like home repair, right? I may not grow up and be a plumber, but I need to know how to fix my sink in my house. There's some hands-on things that are just practical that are on top of them getting to be able to decide if this is something I want to follow as a career. You guys wave.
Y'all wave? Wave to the camera. All right. How are you? Everything good? Good.
Yeah, so lunch.
It's fun. I love cafeteria.
I do too. It's one of my favorite places to be.
Yeah.
Just because you can do that, sit and chat with kids, and one of the things I'm working on this year with the kids who walk up to me is the 3-point handshake. Right, so I'm teaching them all. Right, you got to get all the way in there. Point number 1, you got to get all the way in there. That's point 1. Number 2, you got to shake. You got to grip it like you mean it.
Right.
And then number 3 is eye to eye. And so I teach all of them. Mr. Allan handshake. Get in there, squeeze it, look me in the eye. So, and that's a minor thing,
That's pretty cool.
But
it's good. But it's a life skill,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
It's a life skill. One of the things that you all have, and I think is really important, is we saw in the cafeteria, we saw just kids getting to be kids.
Yeah.
Just having fun, just talking, being with their friends, right? We talk a lot about academics, and it is important.
Of course.
It's what we do. But we do more than that.
That's right.
And them just getting a chance to be kids and have fun.
That's right.
And friends. So you all do like what's it called? Missile Miles?
Yeah,
where they get to go outside.
That's right.
Kind of have recess.
It's a little recess-like.
Yeah.
So obviously our 6th graders last year, they were getting 15, 20 minutes where they got to go outside and play on a playground.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have that. We're a middle school, we're a little bit bigger, and that kind of thing. But we still want them to just have some gross motor movement, right? Yeah. Just be with their friends. There's no structure to that you have to do this thing. They all take PE class, but it's some of them choose to throw football, and some of them choose to sit at a table and just chat. And it's just this chance we go outside when it's comfortable and it's not in the winter time. But we take 10 minutes out of our day and we just let the age groups, the 6th graders and then the 7th and then the 8th go and just hang out.
And it's important.
Yeah.
It's important for the whole social skills and the whole physical part of it. It's just an important part.
It is, and we ask a lot of the kids. You know, what we're doing with be in class, be engaged. That's a heavy load, and they're learning how to do that. Middle school's tough. We're having to coach them through that, and if there's just not a break where they can decompress for a minute, it builds up. And for some kids, that's a lot harder than others. And so we know that just developmentally, that's not a bad thing, and we include that in what we do over here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Thanks so much.
For spending some time with me.
Yeah, it's a good time. I enjoy this. I hope it goes well as the other principals. I've set the bar.
You set the bar high. I don't know. The rest of them, I don't know. But you set it high.
Thanks, man.